Hello guys, my name is Srinivas Rao. I am a Python trainer. In the previous session, we have finished in object programming. We have finished basics of object programming, and we discussed types of variables and methods. And in the last class, in the previous session, we discussed inheritance, and also we have finished polymorphism. Okay, and if you miss this, please watch the recording videos. And today we will start encapsulation. Okay, we will start with a new topic called encapsulation. So, what is encapsulation? What is encapsulation? Encapsulation is one of the fundamental concepts in object programming, including abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. So, encapsulation in Python describes the concept of bundling data and methods in a single unit. Data and methods in a single unit is concept. This concept is called encapsulation. Data, that is nothing but variables, a collection of variables and methods into one single unit. It is nothing but a class. So, class is nothing but one encapsulation. So, when you create a class, it means you are implementing a class. You are implementing encapsulation. When you create a class, what we will do? We will define variables, we will declare variables, and we will define some methods. So, combination of all these classes and combination of methods and attributes or variables is called class, and it is nothing but implementation of encapsulation. So, class is an example of encapsulation. It binds all data members, that is instance variables and methods into one single unit, that is called encapsulation. Now, please see this diagram here. See this class contains methods and variables, right. So, it is bundled into one single unit, that is called encapsulation. Encapsulation, one of the cornerstones of the basic idea of encapsulation is to wrap both data and methods into one single unit. The way the data and methods are organized does not matter to the end user. For end user, the way the data methods are organized does not matter. The user only is concerned with the right way to provide inputs and expects the correct output on the basis of inputs provided, right. That is the concept. And see, we have some advantages of using encapsulation. The advantage of encapsulation Python can be some as follows. What? Encapsulation provides well defined and readable code. The primary advantage of using encapsulation Python is that as a user, we do not need to know the architecture of the methods. Okay, as a user, we do know what's happening in backend. Example, if we take ATM machine, as a ATM user, no need to know how it is working internally. For a normal user, when you insert the ATM card, you will expected what? Cash, some money from the ATM card, that is it. You are not bothered about the how it is working internally. So, the primary advantage of using encapsulation Python is the user, we do not need to know the architecture of methods and the data, and can just focus making use of this functional encapsulated units of our application. The result is more organized and clean code. The user experience also improves greatly and make it easier to understand the application as a whole. So, this is the first advantage. Now, second advantage is prevents accidental modification or deletion. Okay. This encapsulation prevents accidental doing some modification to the class. Another advantage of encapsulation is that prevents the accidental modification of the data and methods. Okay. Suppose there is a model called NumPy model. Okay. If I had access to edit the library, then I might make a mistakes in the implementation of that mean function, and then because of that mistake, thousands of projects in the user NumPy would become inaccurate. See, for example, there is one model called NumPy model. Okay, that we will discuss in coming classes. There is one model called NumPy model. Suppose here there is one mean method, for example, there is a method called mean method, a standard method. Suppose if I had chance to edit, and if I edit and I will do some mistake here, I will do some mistake by accident, I will do some mistake to this mean method, what happens? So many projects are dependent on this method, right. So, all the projects will become what happens if you make a mistake. Okay, if you make a mistake, then what happens? Thousands of projects using NumPy would become inaccurate. So, it prevents what? Accidental modification or deletion. Next, encapsulation provides security is a very important point. It provides security. Encapsulation in Python is achieved through the access modifiers. What are access modifiers? We will discuss. We will discuss. First, we will understand this provides security. How? By using this access modifiers. What are access modifiers? We will discuss now. These modifiers ensure that the access conditions are not breached, and this provides great user experience in terms of security. So, what are modifiers? What are different types of access modifiers? We will discuss in this class. So, access modifiers in Python. Now, we will discuss about the access modifiers to provide security to the classes or variables or methods. Sometimes there might be need to restrict, if you want to restrict the methods or variables, I will give limit access to certain variables or functions while programming, that is where access modifiers comes into the picture. Okay. Now, in the class I want to provide, I want to need to restrict or giving a limit access to that variables or methods. So, using this access modifiers we can do that. So, here there are three types of access modifiers, very important. One is public, one is private, and one is protected. Public, private, and protected. There are three modifiers. Okay. Public. See here, what is public? Public members. Example, we will take one real life scenario. One real life scenario public access specifier. For example, we will take example city bus or metro. For example, we will take a metro. So, this is public transport, right? What is this? It is a public transport, meaning anyone can travel. Here in the city bus or metro train, anyone can travel, correct? It is open to public, right. Now, we will see private access specifier. Okay. We will see this one specifier. For example, we will take cab, Uber cab or Ola cab. See, these cabs are private, right. Everyone can't travel. Why? Because it is private. If I book this cab, only I can travel. I can only travel, not all the public. So, this is example of private access specifier. Private access specifier. So, public and private. So, real scenarios examples. So, now we will come to object-oriented programming. Object programming, for example, see this table here. See this table. We have 4 columns here. Different access specifiers here: private, protected, and public. Now, for example, I want to access from own class. Suppose if you declare any variable or a method in the class, we can access. If it is private, we can access from own class. From child class, suppose we declare a variable in parent class, okay, we can't access from child class, and also we can't access from another object, Okay. See, as a private member, we can access from only own class, not from child class, not from object. Suppose if example protected members, suppose if I declare a variable as protected variable, that variable we can access from own class, yes, access from direct class, yes. Even if you declare a variable of protected member of protected, we can access even in child class, but whereas from object you can't do it, you can't access. Same way, if you see the public is public, anyone can travel, like. So, that here also you can access from own class, you can access from direct class, even you can access from object also. So, when you do practically, you will understand the concept of this access specifiers. So, what I will do now, I will write a simple program. For example, I will go here, I will create one class called A class A, indentation, and here I will create one method called the def high method, and it is instance method. And here what I will do here, I will say print hello, good morning, hello, just print hello. hello guys. Right, I create one method. Now what I will do here? Now what I will do? I will create another class now. I will create another class. So, class B, class B, class B. Now, I will come here. I will create one method here. Def greet method. Okay, def greet method. And in this greet method, I will print good morning. I want to greet my students. So, good morning. Right. Then what I will do in this method, I will create object. I will create object where in B class in this method, in greet method. In greet method, I will create one object of A. So, I will say obj A equals to A class, obj equals to A class. Where I created this object? I create object in this class B in this greet method. Then what I will do? I will call that method. I will call this high method. So, I will say A obj A dot high method. Yes. So, I defined two classes, one class A and class B, and in class B in this greet method I create this class A object. I can create, why? Because it is public, class A is public and high method is public. So, you can create this object, you can call this method in different class. You can create a class, you can call this class here, you can create an object here in B class and you can call this high method. Okay, right. Now what we will do? I will get B object now, B obj equals to B class, and I will call this greet method. So, B object equals to B obj dot greet method I will call. So, from line number 15 it comes to line number 7, line number 9, it will print good morning. First it will print good morning, then it will create one object. After executing line number 15, what happens? It comes to line number 7 and 9, it will call that method, greet method. First it prints good morning, then it will create one object in this method. So, object will be created now when you call this greet method, and also it will call this high method. So, from line number 12 it goes to line number 3 and it prints hello guys. First it prints good morning, then object is created, then high method is called, that is hello guys. So, we will see, we will run this program. Good morning, first it printed good morning, then object is created, A object is created, then A object's high method is called. So, later it print hello guys. This is public, okay, public access where, because here I did not mention that it is private or it is protected. No, I did not mention anything. When you do not mention anything here, it is by default it is public, anyone can access, any other classes can access. You can create the object in another class, that is public. Again once what I do, I will come here, I will see this one, see this table here, public, access from own class, access from derived class, access from object, we can access from object also, access from derived class, own class and object also you can create in another class. Right. Now, we comes to protected. So, when you declare a variable or a method as a protected, only we can access from own class and derived class, not from object. Okay. You can't call from object. Example, now what I will do now? What I will do here, I will call this method now. Okay. First what I will do, I will specify here as protected. How to specify a method as specifier? For example, you have put underscore here. Please remember underscore. When you prefix this method as underscore, then this method becomes protected. It is protected. TECTED, protected. So, this method becomes protected. Now when you run this program, now you will get a method. Now what happens? Now we will get a method. See here, this is protected. So, it is protected when you prefix with underscore. What happens? What happens? I am creating object in the other class and I am calling this method. What happens? Now you can't run. You will get an error. You get an error. A object has no attribute high, as you can't access, because we defined as protected. So, that is the reason we can't access this one, right. So, you will get error. Single underscore means it is protected specifier, you can access in child class. Okay. Now, what will do? I will change the scenario. Now, I will change the scenario. What I will do now? What I will know? I will say A class, class A. Means what is the meaning of line number 7? This B class is inheriting the properties from A class, means you can access this method, you can access this method. So, what I will know? What I will know? I want to access this method, we can access now, now we will not get error. Now, what will do? I will put here underscore high, underscore high. Now, this method we can access here also, as here what we did here, we inherited, means in child class we can access this high method. Now, see here, now you won't get any error, now you won't get any error. See here, good morning and hello guys, see, because as it is protected we can access in child class, that is the concept, that is the concept. Okay. So, now we have will inherit A class, now we can access this underscore high method, right. Now, next scenario, next is private access pair. First, we will understand the private access pair. See here, private access pairs, we need to declare a variable or a method as a private. You can access from own class only, not even you can't access in child class, not even in object, that is private specifier. So, we will write what we will modify the program, we will modify the program, and what we will do, this high method we will put two underscores. So, when you say two underscores, it is private specifier, it is private, this method is private, means we can access this method only in the same class, not even child class or object. Now, what happens when you run this program? Now, again you will get error, again you will get error. Why? Because even you can't access this underscore high method in subclass or child class. So, you got the error here, you got the error here, that is the concept of accessing access specifiers, right. So, we had done with the basics, types of variables and methods, inheritance, polymorphism and encapsulation. Okay. So, now next concept, the last concept in object program is abstraction. So, before we start abstraction, first we must know what is class, abstract class. A class that cannot be instantiated, you can't create an object. When you declare a class as abstract, you can't create an object on its own, okay, and that class to be subclassed. Okay. They can contain abstract methods which are declared, but I have no implementation. See, a class that cannot be instantiated on its own, okay, and this class it should be subclassed, okay, and they can contain abstract methods which are declared, but I have no implementation. Now, you should know the difference between class, abstract class and abstract methods. See, abstract class is a class that has methods, but no implementation. It has a methods, but no implementation. So, that class it is called abstract class. So, this type of class is called what? A class containing methods that have no implementation. This type of class is called abstract class. And where we implement this method? We will implement this method in child class. We will implement these methods were in subclass or child class, whatever. That is the concept. That is the concept. Okay. So, what are the benefits? It prevents instantiation of the class itself, requires children to use inherited abstract methods. That is the advantage of abstract class. Now, what is abstract method? Already we discussed. An abstract method is a method that has only declaration and does not have any implement. There is no implementation in these methods, and this we have to implement in where? In the child class. A class that contains one or more abstract methods are called abstract classes. A class that contain abstract methods. Abstract, what is the abstract method? Abstract method is a method that have only definition and there is no implementation. So, class containing abstract methods are called abstract classes. So, by default Python does not provide abstract class. Python comes with a model that provides the base of defining abstract base class ABC, and the model name is ABC. A stands for abstract, B stands for base, and C stands for class, ABC. So, we have to import this ABC class, ABC model to implement these abstract classes. ABC works by decorating methods. What are decorators? We will discuss in coming class of the base class as an abstract, and then registering concrete classes as implementation of the abstract type. A method becomes abstract when we decorate with keyword abstract method. See, last time when we were discussing class method, when we were discussing class method, we used for example def hello. Okay. Now, for example, this is class method. Okay. This is class method, and here I given one decorator when we are discussing about class methods. So, at class method, what is this class method? It is a decorator. Last time we discussed this, what are decorators we will discuss in coming class, but this is called what? A decorator. Okay, same way when we implement a method, okay, abstract method, here we should give abstract method. Just like class method, we used to give abstract method. Just give at abstract method, right. ABC works, abstract base class works by decorating methods of the base class as an abstract and then registering concrete class as implementation abstract base. A method becomes abstract method when it is decorated with a keyword called at abstract method. We will see that practically. We will see this practically. For example, now I will create one. First, I have to import. Okay. So, I will go to PyCharm, and here what I will do here, I will say from ABC, import ABC. From abstract base class, import what? Abstract base class and abstract method also, because I want to define a method as input. Yes, this we have to import. Next what I will do, I will create one class called vehicle. I create one class called vehicle, and here we should use this class ABC class. This is parent, and this is child. Now, in this I will create two methods. One is def start, okay, and here I will not implement anything, just I will say pass, nothing, empty, it is empty, this function is empty. Now, I have to decorate with what? I have to decorate with at abstract method, right. Same way, now I will come here, I will get what? Def stop, and same thing, nothing, no implementation, and here what will say? At abstract method. See, these two are abstract methods. A class containing abstract methods is nothing but it is abstract class. So, vehicle is abstract class. Why? Because there are two methods, start and stop, and the start method and stop method are abstract methods. Why they are abstract methods? There is no implementation here. There is no implementation for these two methods, and one more thing, and it is decorated with abstract method, and here decorated with abstract method. So, these two methods are called abstract method, right. Now, if you try to create this object, what happens? You will get error. Why? Because abstract classes can't be instantiated or you can't create object. We will try to create object. obj vehicle. For example, I am creating one object called obj vehicle. Obj vehicle equals to vehicle class. Now, we will see what happens when you run this program. When you run this program, you will get error, and we will see what is the error. See the type error here, see can't instantiate abstract class vehicle with abstract method start and stop. What is the meaning of this? Means you can't create an object, because this is abstract class. This vehicle is abstract class. Why it is abstract class? Because it has two methods, start and stop, and they are abstract methods. That is the meaning of this error. So, you can't create an object of abstract class, right? You can't instantiate, you can't create object of object class. When you try to create object, it will give error, we discussed, right. Now, what I will do, if you want to implement this method, I will to create another class, for example, car class, and I have to import this vehicle class. So, vehicle becomes parent and car becomes child, so that we can implement these methods in child class. So, now what I will do here, I will say here def start self, okay, and here I will implement the methods. Okay, I will say print start the car, okay. Same way will come here, I will say def stop self, and here I will say print stop the car, right. So, I implemented where? In child class. In child class I implemented. Now I can create the object car object obj equals to car class. Now, we will not get an error. Why? Because we have we inherited this vehicle class in car class. Now, this is subclass or child class, and this is parent class, and it is abstract class. Vehicle is abstract class. You can't directly create object. Okay. So, we subclassed to car class, and we implemented here. So, now this car class is not abstract class, and when you run this program, no error, nothing, no error. Now, I want to call this start method and stop method, and if you want to call start method, car obj dot start and car obj dot stop, right. Now, if you run this program, start the car, stop the car, yes, done. Now, we understand, right. Now, what I will do, I will get one more class. Okay, I will remove these objects. I will create one more class. For example, bike class bike, and in the brackets same thing vehicle. Okay, indentation def start self, okay, and print write the back, write the bike, same name again def stop bike, stop the bike, okay, and print stop the bike. Stop the bike, indentation here, indentation, right. Now, what I will do, I will get bike obj equals to bike class, bike obj dot start and bike obj dot stop, yes, stop method. Now, I can call this, because this bike is not abstract class, we have to implement in subclass or child class. Yes, when you run this program, you will get operators write the back and stop the back. So, this concept is called abstraction. So, we had done with object programming, basics of object programming, types of variables and methods, what is inheritance, what is polymorphism, what is encapsulation, and what is abstraction. Right. Done this topic, and in coming video session we will discussing about exception handling. What is exception handle? How to handle exceptions in Python programming language we will discuss in next video session. If you like this video, please click on like button and share our channel. Thank you very much.